disappointing game for us because we didn't do some of the things that we wanted to do, but give Miami a lot of credit. I thought they executed pretty well. They came up with 3 big loose balls in the first half and got 3s on all of them. That was a back-breaking thing, or I thought we would have been up more. And then we missed some inside shots, and that hurt us a little bit. But I thought the big couple of keys to the game were the way we guarded the ball screens. We just didn't guard them, and maybe that's my experiment with 2 bigs is about over. Because we did not cover those like we need to cover them, like we worked on, and that was disappointing. But you know, we got a little bit out of Harris, we got a little bit out of Trice, and that was encouraging. And hopefully we'll be able to get back to getting some rotation. I thought Appling, even though he had a good scoring night, he did not look pretty tired out there. I thought, you know, they ran those 2 point guards at him pretty good, and that was a credit to Jim and his team. And the big play in the second half when we missed the dunk, and then they went down and at the buzzer they hit a 3, and that instead of being 5, it was 10, and we just did not do a good job on that. So hats off to them. They played better than us. I did not think, but we did some things a little bit better. We shot the ball a little bit better. It's going to help to have Trice and Gary. In fact, right before that missed dunk, I think we had Harris wide open in the left wing, and he airballed that 1-3, and he won't do that very often, nor will he. He's one of my best free throw shooters, and give them credit. They hit 16 out of 18, and we were just awful at the line. So a lot of work to do. We got to get Dawson playing a little better early, and we'll see what happens.
They seem to have a lot of open 3s on that kickoff.
Well, because we weren't covering the ball screen up on top. So the guy kept turning the corner, and it just almost, you know, it was just ridiculous how we worked on it and what we did. But that's what happens sometimes, and disappointed. I felt bad. Wayne Stevens did a heck of a job on the report, and we did not execute it. So, you know, when one guy, it's kind of funny because one guy makes a mistake up on top and then the guy gets an open 3 and you're looking at the guy guarding the guy, and it was really what happened up on top that was the difference. And we did a poor job all night. Second half with Dawson there, we did a little bit better job late, but by then, you know, we just, it was too late.
It was a big 3. I think Kearney went under, but that was, they went under, go to 3 to 6, but that was big. It was supposed to, was it mostly with the bigs on the ball screens?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not throwing anybody on the bus. I'll just say a player told him to go under. We weren't going under all night on Larkin. The thing was to go over, and it was just a ridiculous call. And that's where we got to get a little better here. We were not very cerebral on that, and it wasn't Kearney's fault. I'll just say that.
You get 12 points and 8 rebounds, a dive on the floor, and a save from Gary Harris. You know, 8 days after that injury, that's got to make you feel.
Well, it does. It makes me feel good, and you know, Trice gets 9 points. I mean, you know, the 2 of them are 5 for 8 from the 3. You know, we haven't hit a 3 since the turn of this month. You know, so I mean, all those things are going to change here, but we're not, you know, between Dawson and those 2, I mean, they're nowhere near where they need to be or going to be. But we just got to get better at some things on how we take from practice to the game as far as 1 or 2 of those bigs.
Tom, would you say Harris is close to 100%?
No. Guys, you can't miss weeks, or you can't have injuries where you're, I mean, his thing is covered, but he's got, I mean, he's not anywhere near 100%. I think Trice is close to 100% health-wise, but he's even worse. His conditioning, as you saw, we had to get him in and out, in and out, in and out. And it was a hard game to coach for me because I just didn't know how long I could play different guys. I didn't know if I could play Gary 25 minutes, and I think that's why he airballed and missed the free throws. I think he was dead tired, but he did suck it up. There were some positive things with him. I mean, Dawson came through late. He just got to play at the beginning of these games, and you know, we have only 12 turnovers, and he has 5 of them. So, you know, everybody led to some reasons we lost, and everybody give them credit. I don't want to take any credit away from them. Those guards did a great job. I thought Jones was, very good, 5 for 7 from the 3, and Larkin was 3 for 4, and that was the difference right there. And we did not cover it real well, and it was our fault.
You want to see Knicks be more aggressive?
Yeah, they doubled them. We had certain lineups in there, and that's what's going to be nice about getting Harris and Trice back. We had certain lineups in there, and they just doubled everybody down on them. And that's why we're going to move some people around here a little bit. I think you'll see that change a little bit. And they had some beef in there too, so every time Knicks moves and they doubled them, that was part, and it wasn't all his fault. But he does have to be a little bit more aggressive.
What did you say to Keith Appling when you pulled him out there?
Well, I told him I thought it was the worst game he's had, and that speaks volumes when the guy is 6 for 13. I'm so pleased and proud of Keith. He's done everything we've asked, but I try to tell him that this is why it's so important to be more demonstrative in practice, because you need other people to come around, or you're not going to look as good on those ball screens, and then you're running all over them. And they wore him down on that. And give Jim, give their team credit. They did a good job of it, but got to give us a lot of blame. We did a poor job of it, of how we wanted to cover it, and we put all the pressure on our guard, and it wasn't supposed to be that way. So, but I'm really, I still love everything Keith's doing, and he's grown up so much, and but he got tested tonight.
I think for him it's a cumulative thing over the last however many games.
This is 5-11 now, and like I said, big excuse, big problem. It was hard to coach this team tonight because, as I said, tried to think before, am I going to play Harris 5 minutes, 20 minutes? Am I going to play Trice at all? And I didn't want to get those other two guys' confidence down, so I didn't really know how to approach it, something I haven't had to go through very often, and probably didn't do a great job myself. But it's going to get better once we get home and get our team and get our rotation down. I still like where I think we got a chance to go, but I sure don't like it right now.
Is that kind of the goal of this next stretch here, to figure out their rotation? Where everybody's going to go?
Most people would do that in the beginning stretches, but as you know, I had no choice, and so it is going to be the goal. We just got to get some guys. We got to get a couple guys playing harder, and we got to get a couple guys playing better, and we got to, again, in fairness, you can't. We start out the game, we got Knicks in there for 8 straight minutes. You can't do that. They did a nice job of rotating their guys. I thought they had a nice rotation, and they still played guys. It doesn't, you can still play guys 30 minutes, but if you get a nice rotation, guy's in for 2 minutes and he's out. It doesn't take long to recover when you go long stretches. And right now, that's just been a total mess for us. But it's going to heal. It's going to heal because we're going to get healthy and we're going to get better. And as you said, there was bright spots with those two guys just back in the lineup. And we can do different things. To be honest with you, we've been playing the ball screens different with Kearney and Bird than you're going to play them with Harris and Trice. And so we're trying to cheat sometimes to help those other guys. And I didn't know till yesterday that, what was going to happen. So, and even then, I didn't know till today what was going to happen. But there was some positives, and we'll take them from there.
Tom, when you get Harris and Trice able to play more minutes with Appling, does that help you more offensively or defensively?
Both. Very good point. Defensively, it's going to help us, some. Although if our bigs don't do a better job stepping up and doing some things, it's still going to be hard. But at least we'll have a rotation in there, 4 or 5 guys. But I think it'll help us offensively a lot because we got our break. We ran pretty good. We offensive rebound pretty good. We did some good things, but we just we didn't do the job at the free throw line. We've been really good at the free throw line, and as I said, Valentine is shooting 80-some%. Harris is shooting, and there's 3 or 4 of the 6 we missed. So things happen, and Just gonna have to get better.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.